Hey Burnout Crew, welcome back to the Burnout Block. So I got some good news and some bad news today. The bad news is that Columbus Auto Show actually got canceled. We didn't know about that until we got to the convention center, so that kind of made us mad. So obviously we couldn't make a video about that. It's kind of frustrating that they canceled it because literally till the day of, they had stuff on their website saying the 3 days, because it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they listed all the times and they listed ticket prices. We get to the parking garage and then it says that the event has been canceled. So that made us really upset. Obviously we missed out on some cool content because the last time we went to the Columbus Auto Show, we didn't have the channel yet, but it was a really cool experience seeing a bunch of new cars. So that's the bad news. The good news today is we got Burnout Block stickers. Look at those. Those things look sweet. These are automotive stickers. We ordered 50 of them, so we have a limited amount of them. They're gonna be $3 each. If you want one, hit us up on our DMs or hit us up in the comments. Just order one, all right? These things are sweet. They're waterproof, they're weatherproof, they're meant for cars, so you can put them on your window. I plan on putting it maybe somewhere along here, or on the other quarter panel window, or quarter window, I mean. So I'm really excited. These turned out really well. They're die cut, they look sweet. So I'm excited to get one on the car. I'm excited for you guys to finally have stickers. So like I said, just let us know if you want to order one. So today's video is going to be prepping for the Indianapolis Cars and Coffee event like we talked about in the last video. To get ready for Indy, we're going to do some maintenance on the G6 here. And because we don't have our ESR wheels yet, and we don't want to show up on stock wheels, we're actually going to be putting on our Evo 10 NK wheels with our track tires like we ran last season. At least it shows a little bit of aftermarket on the car, not rolling up on just stock wheels. It'll give some kind of hint of performance setup. Overall, I think it'll be cool having those performance tires on the front and then stocks on the rear. It'll give it a little bit more of a sporty feel to the car. Today's maintenance that we're doing is installing some precision chassis sway bar end links here on the G6. The sway bar end links that we have on right now, I'm pretty sure are the originals. There wasn't any service history that I could find showing that they were replaced. Obviously I can't do that because I don't have access to put that on the VIN, but we are going to be replacing them today. The parts are coming from Precision Chassis. It's an OEM Plus style brand, basically a more performance oriented sway bar end link, so that since we have the suspension rebuilt already, since we have it lowered, since we have a strut bar, reinforcing the sway bar underneath the car and having it a little tighter is also going to help handling on the vehicle. So as you can see, we got the car in here already. I got to get it jacked up. We'll take the wheels off. We'll get the stock broken sway bar end links off. I'll show you the new part. We'll install it, and then we'll get the Evo 10 wheels on. So now we got the wheels off, we got the car raised up obviously, you got the brake assembly here. You can see back here, we got the sway bar end link. I don't know if the camera can focus on it or not, but as you can see the bushing here, or rubber grommet or whatever you want to call it, which is supposed to have oil in it to help lube the components that spin here, because these both spin and these both spin, or rotate I should say, as you steer the car. Those have to have grease in them. And when they don't, they leak out like this, and then you get a squeaking noise. Now, I also noticed that my caliper here has a little bit of a squeaking noise. I don't know if it's also that. I'll check out that while I'm down here. But either way, these are leaking, so we're going to be replacing those today. So as you can see here, there is a nut on top, and then there is a little hex bit cut out in the center here. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take a ratchet, and put it on the nut, and then take a hex bit, put it there, or a hex wrench if you have one, put it there to hold that, and you're basically going to loosen them both at the same time. So as you guys can see, we got both nuts off the sway bar end link. The top one was pretty simple. The bottom one gave me a little bit more trouble. I had a lot less clearance to move my tools around. It doesn't help that one of the sides of the wheel well was with a camera, so the camera took up a little bit of space. However, the hex bit was what was giving me a lot of issues. These are pretty rusty, and they tend to just get stuck in there. So as you guys probably saw in the time lapse, I was kind of fighting getting it in there. I was fighting getting the wrench lined up where it was, and then once I got it on there, it wouldn't turn. I couldn't find any WD-40, so I was just muscling both of these. Ended up using my 4-pound dead blow hammer from Harbor Freight to get them loosened up. But now that this is off, you just come in here and you pull it out just like that. These are definitely worn out. You can see maybe a little bit closer the grease coming out of this one. If you see how shiny and dark it is right here. These are supposed to stay greased because they're supposed to move around freely. As you can tell, these are kind of hard to move. So we're gonna get these new ones out and we're gonna show you what those look like. So this is what the new sway bar end links look like. They have little grease circs here. They're a bit beefier than the OEM style ones. These are really nice. These are going to help stiffen up the vehicle a little bit, help it be a little bit more responsive. Not anything too special, but you know, spend the extra couple bucks to get a product that will last. Unfortunately, one thing that I didn't realize is these do not come pre-greased, so I'm going to have to go run to the store real quick and get a grease gun. However, I do like how these look. They are definitely beefier than the old ones. When looking at them side by side, I get these both in here, there is the new one versus the old one. So you can kind of see this one's much bigger side by side. The ends of them, you can see that they are much bigger, and will help kind of stiffen up the suspension a little bit. So I'm actually going to run to the store real quick. I'm going to grab a grease gun so we can grease these bad boys up, and then we'll get them done on this side. I'll do the other side off camera, that way you guys don't have to sit through me doing the same exact thing, and then we'll get the wheels on. As you can see, we get the grease circs on after a little bit of hassle. Nice and greased up, nice and bouncy, nice and supported. Now we're going to do a time lapse of putting these on. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got the new end link on here. It's looking good. It's all torqued down to spec and greased. We're going to go ahead and do the passenger side, and then we'll get the wheels on. Alright guys, so we got both sides done. Everything's tightened down, everything torqued. Passenger side was actually a little bit easier because while I was out getting the grease gun, I got some PB Blaster, sprayed the bolts down when I got back, so that way by the time I get over there, they're already lubed up, they're good to go, they came off pretty easily. So now I do have the garage door open. It's a little bit bright out. We're gonna go ahead and get the wheels on, starting with the adapters, torquing those down, and then obviously putting the wheels on. Usually what I would do when I run my adapters is I would scrape off the surface, which I've done with a metal wire brush. I'd usually put on anti-seize, and that would help make sure that the adapter didn't get stuck to the actual rotor. I'm not gonna do that now because I feel like it's just a waste. I scrubbed off the excess material that was on there, and since we're only gonna be running these wheels for a week or two till our new ones come in, I'm not gonna put anti-seize on. It'll be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do a time lapse of putting the wheels on. Alright, so we got the wheels on. As you can see, do have a little bit of poke. Black lug nuts still, they're pretty dirty from sitting in storage, but they're gonna look pretty good. Actually, I haven't done the passenger side yet. I'm gonna do that real quick, so I guess I lied, but I'm gonna put on the passenger side real quick, check everything, get the car down, and then show you guys what it looks like. Alright, well we got our wheels on, we got everything torqued, we got it lowered down. And there she is. So we got our track wheels on the front here, Michelin Pilot Sport AS3s, 255 tire, with our Evo NK wheels. Those are stock Mitsubishi Evo Lancer wheels, or Lancer Evo, however you want to say it. Those are the stock wheels. They're an 18 by 8.5 plus 38. We got a 255 tire on. Like I mentioned earlier, we're only going to be running this for a couple weeks, so I just slapped it all together, tightened everything down, and it looks pretty good. Obviously the car, I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but the car is pretty dirty. I have to look along here and see all the dirt on the hood, all the dust on the wheels from storage. One thing I did notice, I removed a plastic piece from the engine bay a little while ago, and actually noticed that because of that, the bumper is sagging a bit. It's got reinforcement on the side, obviously, but it seems like because I moved that piece in the engine bay, it's sagging a little bit. You can definitely tell over here, there's a pretty good gap from the headlight to the front bumper, but it doesn't move when I drive, and I don't think it's too big of a problem. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. It's Thursday right now. Tomorrow's Friday, obviously. Saturday, so in 2 days from now, is when we go to Indianapolis Cars and Coffee. So it'll be a really fun event. I don't know if this video will be up before Saturday or not. I'm pretty busy in the next couple days. I'm gonna try to get this out as soon as possible. Then obviously we're gonna go record when we're at Indianapolis Cars and Coffee. And really, I think overall this will be a fun first experience to go into a big car show for the whole Midwest. I'm gonna have the Burnout Block sticker on the car then, so people kind of recognize the car. It sucks that we couldn't have the ESR wheels on it for the car show, but I'm glad that we got them either way. I'm glad that they're on their way. I already got a package from Fitment Industries, which included the Fitment Industries sticker, that included the new valve stems, stuff like that. Basically, if I, according to the letter that was with that, if I put the wheels on, put the sticker on, take pictures of it, post it on their gallery, and then email them telling that I've done that and give them the link or whatever, they'll send me a free t-shirt. So that's pretty cool. I was kind of excited about that. I'm more excited to give you guys these Burnout Block stickers. So if you want one, hit us up on Instagram at the Burnout Block. Go on our DMs, send us a DM saying you want one. We'll get that figured out. We'll get a sticker to you. Obviously, if you know me personally, we'll figure that out too. We'll make sure to get those stickers to you because these things look sweet. I'm so happy with the way they turned out. Like I said in the last video, if you guys want tanks and t-shirts, hit us up, let me know. I'm really excited about those. I want to get some t-shirts and tanks. I think that'd be cool for the summer season. And with that, follow me on Instagram at Nathan_BurnoutBlock. Follow the Burnout Block at the Burnout Block on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.